Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, Homestead in the Desert. And here we are on June, I don't know, 17th, something like that. Anyway, I'll put it in the title. But yeah, it's a hot, humid day today. Humid. Oh my gosh. We're in the double digits humidity here. Close to 20-something percent. But this morning, I took a ride, pick up some gold, and while I was leaving, I had raindrops on my windshield in June. That's just amazing for out here. Weird weather, just totally weird. Anywho, we're over here because this is what my power's like right now. And it's hot and it's humid and it's sticky. And I'm going to finish this video and I'm going to go sit in my tote koozie and maybe relax for a while. I had to drive today and it was a 3-hour driving round trip, but there was also probably 2.5 hours of loading up the gold. And oh, you want to see the gold? Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Isn't that rude of me to be talking about it and not show you what I'm talking about? Well, here we go. Look at that. A trailer load of gold. My good friend Don, who promised me some wood so that I could extend my grow house. I went down to see him and he had all of these giant pallets. And he says, "You want them?" And I said, "Oh yeah." So I got those loaded up. They're made of some really good lumber. 2x6s doubled up and 4x4s. And the 4x4s are 9.5 feet long. They're 10-footers cut down to 9.5 feet. And then, of course, the smaller pieces of lumber aren't really good usable stuff. But hey, I'll use it for something. I'll tell you that. I'll guarantee I'll use it for something. But they're all nailed with ring shank nails. And before they dry out too much, because once the wood dries with ring shanks, it's really hard to get those things out. While the wood is still green, you can pull them out pretty easily. So I'll be pulling those out and separating these. He also gave me some rough sawn 1x. They're supposed to be 1x6, but they're odd shaped. And then here's a 1x4. And those are rough sawn. They got some nails in them, but I'll pull those out, and that's all good lumber. And at the cost of lumber nowadays, well, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. So 22 4x4x10s. That's about $400 worth of wood right there. Well worth it for the trip that I made. And he had 2 nice clean totes for me. So I got 2 more nice clean totes that I can give them just a quick rinse out, get a little bit of stuff out of them that's left in them. And it's a kind of a cutting oil, so if there's a little bit of cutting oil in the bottom there, I always save it in a little container and I set it beside my drill press. So if I'm drilling some metal or something like that, I've got a little bit of lubricating oil to do my drilling. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, whenever you're drilling metal with a good metal bit, or even cutting metal with a saw, what do they call that, hacksaw. Anytime you're cutting metal, you should use a lubricant on the teeth or on the cutting edges of your tool. And you go, well, doesn't that make it slip and dull out? No, it actually makes it cut better, and it keeps the tip cool so that it doesn't ruin your cutting tool. So yes, you want to turn. With wood, you spin your drill fast. With metal, you spin your drill slow and keep it lubricated. So that's what happened here, guys. My trailer worked just fine. I had gotten there and realized that one of the tires was low on air, but I always carry my air compressor with me, and I have solar on the van, and I have an inverter in the van. So I just plugged that in and aired my tires up to the proper PSI, and I was fine. So I'll be unloading this load someday. It is just too hot for that. I don't mind the heat. I like the heat. But this humidity, just walking around and talking, I'm sweating. So I don't like that. I don't like sweating. I took a nice shower before I went to see Don this morning because I didn't want to smell like a dead critter. So that's about it. I'm gonna, I was heading over to the battery room to talk about the power and all of that in there, because first thing this morning when I got up, I had to wait. My neighbor was bringing me a package that got delivered to his place for me, and that package happens to be the Powbuzz bug zapper. It's from the same company that made the little rechargeable screwdriver gift that Common Man won. And they sent me a bug zapper, and I just pulled the box out and looked at it, but I've got to go inside and read the instructions and see what it's all about, and I'll be doing a review on it. Seems to be a pretty interesting little unit, so as bug zappers go, and we'll see how it works, because there are some insects around here that are little ornery buggers, and it works on all flying insects, so let's see how it does. But I was coming over here because it was battery maintenance day, and you see my writing on the 2x4 right up there. And 2021, I did it on 3/18, and then I did it on 6/17. So there's today's date, 6/17. And yeah, they were all a little bit low on water, especially the big ones down here. And I got those all refilled, and I got to clean the tops of them and clean the sides of them a little bit. But to do that, what I usually use is stuff like this. Totally awesome window cleaner. And it does a nice job to clean those batteries up. So I'll be doing that down the line here, cleaning a little bit of the corrosion off of some of the connections, and get those back up into place. Now, every time I do battery maintenance on here and I add distilled water, and it took, for all of the batteries, it took 3 gallons of distilled water. Every time I put distilled water into the batteries, in the lead acid batteries, they always seem to drop charge just a little bit, and then they got to wait a couple of days, and then they equalize and come back up again, and then they hold really good superpower. And that's when I print the S on there, so they super. No, God, don't go there. All right, everybody. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, somebody asked me about why my my hired hand was my left hand. Well, that's because my pointing hand is always right. That's my right hand. And the other hand is what's left. What's left? Oh no. All right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget thumbs ups down there, and don't forget to subscribe. This is G Bear signing off.